Good morning, Munchkins. I just woke up, literally. It's February 4th, 2014, and my name is Leslie Williams. And, alright, now, hold on a second. Oh, baby cake, sweetheart, and sweet peas. How's your morning going? Good morning, na 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 na. What's happening? Alright, in all seriousness, I try to open up my videos with being just a little bit silly in order to put a smile on that sweet, precious face of yours. You know, well, for one, I'm waking up and I'm having my morning cigarette, and check it out. I'm literally weaning myself off of cigarettes. That's right, baby cakes. I am so proud of the. Well, I actually got the motivation from my Christian belief. Excuse me. And this is in part a comedy video, but it's mostly an informative video. And the reason why I'm in such a you might say that I'm animated, which I'm not, and I'm not in a levitated mood, because I'm not. This is in part a comedy video, but I am in a. What raised my spirits up is I just got done listening to a broadcast on the Coco radio dial, AM 603. I think that's what it is. Hold on. Baby cakes. Watch this video, you'll be glad you did. Okay? Now, this is an informative video. It's just going to have comical moments, because one of the things that keeps my spirits up is by me acting comical in my videos sometimes, and at times I'll make a comedy video. And I was sitting here waking up, you know, preparing my day. Oh, and let me just make this point. Today's date is February 4th, 2014, and I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm trying to keep this smoke out of my tent. Hold on. Now, I gotta show you the date and time because of the statements I'm going to be making in this particular video. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I live in La Jolla. I've been living in La Jolla now for over 15 full months now. I am a target, victim, and activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. I have undisputable proof that is huge in its size and literally undeniable in its integrity in reference to its black and white sweet peas. In other words, there's literally no margin for any other type of excuse to be applied to what the evidence is in reference to how the evidence directly exposes the gang stalking. I'm talking about in your face, in your lap, undisputable, literally undisputable evidence that I've been a target of this crime every single day since I stepped my foot back in California and in San Diego since August 8, 2011. I have been gang stalked along every single one of my routes, every single day, non-stop, okay, along every single one of my routes. I just got brutally assaulted again by them 4 days ago. Today's date is February 4, 5 days ago. 4.5 days ago, because today's date is the morning of February 4th. I got assaulted on the night of January 30th, 2014, on a sidewalk. The same exact sidewalk where two individuals harassed me openly while they were saying gang stalking as they were doing it and threatened me. The January 30th, 2014 assault occurred not even 75 feet down the street from where the Thanksgiving event occurred at on November 28th. 2013. And as that event was unfolding, these individuals were literally saying gang stalking, and gang stalking, I'm going to F you up. Not only that, the two individuals that played a role in the Thanksgiving event were seen by me on at least 2 separate occasions verbally speaking with the individual that assaulted me on January 30th, 2014. Now, I got a video of the whole thing pertaining to the January 30th assault, and that assault was caught on audio file. The Thanksgiving event was caught on audio file, and I'm gonna show it to you in a second in reference to the second of the audio file that pertains to the in-your-face evidence pertaining to them saying GangStalking, and GangStalking, I'm gonna F you up. Why am I making this video, you might say? Well, let me just, because I wasn't even planning on making any videos today, because I'm going to be spending the whole entire week, and maybe even a great portion of next week, preparing to move. Because I'm tired of fooling around with current circumstances, interrupting my preparation and execution of movement. Okay? Because it's just compromising too much of my mental attention and my physical availability to be attentive to other things. That's right, baby cakes. And me having to move is directly connected to the organized stalking, gang stalking expedition of me. In fact, the homelessness I am living in right now is directly connected to the organized stalking, gang stalking of me. Now, the reason why I decided to make this video, well, let me just make these statements here really fast so I can isolate them in space and time, because what I do is I try to make sure that my viewers know how I'm spending my time as much and as often as possible. I do that through YouTube videos, blogs, petitions, and so on and so forth. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my phone to literally show you the icon picture of the date and time. You can see that it's 7:05 a.m. on February 4th, 2014. And I'm also going to use another feature on my phone within the tools menu. It's in the menu within the tools feature. It's called the voice command. Once you activate it, you can literally use the phone to electronically tell you the date and time. I'll tell you why I'm doing it in a second.
February 4th, Tuesday, 7:51 a.m. Say a command.
Let me do it again.
February 4th, Tuesday, 7:51 a.m. Say a command.
Check my squirrel. I feed him every morning. What are you guys doing? Huh? Okay, now let me get back to... Oh, hang on, let me turn this phone. Get it out of the voice command feature. Now, I'm a whistleblower. First it was by compulsion, okay, for safety reasons, okay, and because of the fact that I was a victim, that I was and am still a victim of a crime. Now it's you better believe by choice, okay. Now, there are several targeted individuals right now that are on the internet right now begging for help in reference to how they're a target of organized stalking. Miraj Shahan, who is in Encinitas, that's in San Diego, okay. Sylvia Almarolis, okay, she's being left to be wide openly exploited by skanks that infiltrated her life, okay. And I got 3 squirrels right now waiting to be fed. And hold on, please, just 1 second. There's a woman in Oceanside. You can go to YouTube right now and type in Oceanside, CA, which is California, gang stalking, and look at what they're doing to Bonnie. And you might not understand what they're doing to Bonnie, but basically what they're doing with her is they're engaging in a feverish campaign of subjecting her to sensitization methods of gang stalking. Okay? You have to thoroughly and extensively understand what sensitization is in order to be able to understand the cruelty and how it can even be considered as mental cruelty and torture. They're basically bombarding her intentionally with the color red. It's called color harassment. And Bonnie is in the throes of not completely, I don't think, understanding that she can't allow herself to get sucked into it. Now, on that, make no mistake about it. That is no type of. See, I'm grateful enough to. I've been a target of this crime now for so long that I have basically used self-affirming statements, okay, to myself, that this is my own mind and no one's going to control it to the best of my ability. And that's basically a huge aspect of organized stalking, gang stalking methods. They intentionally want you to notice their harassment, to keep you mentally preoccupied about it, in order to basically take over your entire peace of mind, your quality of life. You can obviously see that they attack your quality of life, okay? And then keep you in the campaign constantly, so you're having the goal, in part, the goal for them is to keep you, to basically take over your daily life experiences, okay? In order to make you feel like your life is no longer your own. That's part of it. It's a small part of it, but it's actually a huge part of it because they bombard you with it. And basically what they do is develop techniques in order to make sure that you are mentally constantly preoccupied with what they're doing. And I'll prove it to you in a minute. So you can go to YouTube right now. And the best thing to do before watching Bonnie's videos is to extensively research organized stalking, gang stalking, sensitization methods at Google and YouTube. Extensively. Okay? And then maybe read a few other targeted individuals' blogs in reference to how they're being sensitized and harassed. And then that way you can really understand what they're doing to Bonnie. Bonnie seems to be a very good woman, okay, who's just trying to live her life, mind her own business, you know. And so, and then you know, once you think that you have a pretty complete picture and understanding in reference to the criminal intentions of why they employ sensitization methods against a targeted individual, then you can, when you review sensitization, also review caller harassment, okay, so you can thoroughly understand the criminal intentions that are, look, when you have an intention that's got malice aforethought with criminal intentions, it's a felony, okay, and it ends up being literal mental torture, okay, and mental cruelty, and stalking, okay. Now, so you got Sylvia Amaryllis, you got Marasha Hahn, you got me, Leslie Williams, you got Beth Donahue, who was a prior target in San Diego, you got Victoria Rose, who was another targeted individual in Chula Vista. Let's see, you got Bonnie in California, Oceanside, Brian too, his last name is spelled T-E-W. We are just average American citizens just like you, you know. When you wake up in the morning, you get dressed and you go to start your day, and you know, you're facing the world. You know, just like the rest of us. We're trying to survive, we're trying to enjoy our families, we're trying to, you know, do what we need to do in order to be able to put food on the table, enjoy our family, our vacations. We want to live in a healthy, safe community, is what we want. Just like you. And we, organized stalking, gang stalking, targeted individuals, we don't even have to walk out of our home, okay, in order to be subject to organized stalking and gang stalking, because they will literally even gang stalk you to your apartment building, to motel rooms, to hiking areas. They set up some freaked out low-life bums to hike out 100 feet from me, who constantly out gang stalk to keep me mentally preoccupied with the factual reality that I am a target of this crime, in order to try and put me in and keep me in a victimized mindset, while I'm trying to live through this, survive this, expose what's happening to me. And you would not believe how I am being gang stalked at UCSD and at public libraries. And let me tell you something about organized stalking and gang stalking. Hold on a second. Organized stalking and gang stalking, in part, one of the huge methodologies of organized stalking and gang stalking is the person who is in the system. Make no mistake about this. Make no mistake about this whatsoever, because there is no way that your average neighborhood street crime, no matter how organized it is or not, has the ability to get the business community on board in these expeditions. University staff, excuse me, possible campus safety, possible library security, okay, and students. There is no way that you're just average neighborhood crime members, you know, like gangs, like, you know, I don't know much about gangs, because I've never been affiliated with any type of gang stuff at all, outside of being a victim of gang stalking. And gang stalking is not stalking by gangs. Gang stalking is nothing but community-based harassment that is perpetrated by an individual or individuals, it's actually individuals in the system, who's got the power position to be able to connect with basically anybody. And the way they operate is just multifaceted in reference to their techniques, methods, and tactics. That's right. You would not believe how close this squirrel is to my tent right now. Check it out. What are you doing? I'm gonna get you. Anyways, you know, so anyways, the point I'm trying to make is this, is that a lot of the organized stalking, gang stalking, is designed to mentally break you down, to literally cause a mental collapse, an emotional collapse, a physical collapse, and a financial collapse while you're living in destitution, while you're not just being harassed, but you're also being assaulted periodically. Go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. Do it if you feel inclined to do so. Then go then look at everything that's in the description of that YouTube video. Now, I haven't looked in the description of that YouTube video in a little while, and but I do remember that there are, I think there's at least one other YouTube video in the description of that YouTube video, and that there is a couple blogs that's in it, okay? Which means that you can click on these blogs right in the description of that YouTube video of me being assaulted. Now, one of the blogs, once you click on it and open it up, has an attached PDF link in it. There's a bicyclist going by right now. And that attached PDF link is named Assault 11. Now, you might think to yourself, what is that? It's basically nothing but a printed out and scanned set of at least 4 to 5 papers. The first one being a printed out and scanned email showing the fact that I predicted that assault 11 days before it occurred in an email file, in which they went into my email accounts at USD and erased it. But the day I made it, I copied and pasted it into a Word document program and then downloaded it to a USB drive, which saved the date electronically. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. Then go to YouTube and Google and type in learning disabled woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered. You know, the point I'm trying to make is that outside of the assaults, the destitution we're forced to live in, which is covertly created and managed and kept managed, okay? So then at a later date, they can try to imply that the target's mentally ill because they're claiming they're being stalked, while they got a steady income but won't get an apartment and they're homeless, okay? And how they even try to provoke a target to act out and about in the community so they can then turn around and claim the target's a threat to themselves or others. And this is eventually for the syndicated probate control in order to co-opt the target's finances, to exploit their insurance, and exploit the target sexually in a syndicated run group home that they're put in as a result of these false claims. That's right. It's organized crime in the system. Racketeering, insurance fraud, and human trafficking. It's why the homelessness was created, to make it appear that the target cannot take care of themselves. While falsified police reports, incident reports, including campus safety reports, are filed intermittently throughout a long duration of time, like 3 or 4 years, so they can make it look like, well, there's a long pattern of history here where people are complaining about Miss Williams, where she's causing problems on campus when people are just trying to use the library. Yeah. I mean, all I do is go into the library and use the computer and completely mind my own business. Completely. And my behavior is totally and 100% completely appropriate. I'm being gang-stalked. I was being gang-stalked on USD campus on a feverish scale. At SDSU, at UCSD, and even the only time I went to California State San Marcos University one time on January 30th, 2013, and was gang-stalked to there and there while I was there. Okay? So why is not the gang stalking of me being investigated? Okay? Now, let me just get back to a statement that I was going to make pertaining to the sensitization method. Sensitization methods are designed to blend in with any environment the target goes into. That way the target will notice what's happening to them while everybody else that's in the environment who are there for normal reasons, like a grocery store. I could be standing, or if I'm in one of those electronic disabled carts, you know, that you can use when you go into a grocery store. I could be wheeling myself around in the grocery store looking at items to buy, and a person in the next aisle over will say gang stalking. Okay, but since other people are in the store, don't know, for normal reasons, don't know that I'm being gang stalked, they might hear the word and not be able to make sense of it, but they're so preoccupied with what they gotta do, and they don't know that I'm being gang stalked, so they don't even know what's going on. Okay, three people can be, one can be in one aisle on the other side of the aisle I'm in, and then another one can be in the other aisle on the other side of the aisle that I'm in. They both are repeating gang stalk while somebody's walking up and down the aisle I'm in and engaging in physical gestures that are sensitization methods. So basically what I'm saying is that their techniques are designed to blend in with every environment. And that's done to make the target notice it, either by seeing it and or hearing it, okay? While what they do, they can apply excuses to it in case the target complains. And if the target complains, the business manager and employees will automatically work in a tag team in cooperation with the manager of this expedition, because they also place enough individuals, at least one or two, in that grocery store to act as observers in case the target does complain. That way, that observer who is connected to the person who's perpetrating the crime can get on the phone and call the manager. That's right. The manager will hear his instructions about how to handle the complaint. He will then trickle verbalizations to cashiers, other fellow employees, and the security guards of the plaza. So they will work in a tag team in cooperation to evict the target from the store. You see how this shit works? They're text messaging and communicating through text messaging and cell phone communications with the person who put them in the store. So they can then, who have a power position, to influence the manager of the store, the tellers of the store, the employees of the store, and the security guards of the business plaza. This is literally how it operates. So the targeted individual is not only victimized in the store, but then re-victimized as a result of complaining. Because you got to also remember that the store is a business. They got to protect their interests, premise liability, which means that criminal activity is being perpetrated honestly against the target, and they can be sued for it. So if a target complains about it, they got to protect their interests. So they're going to turn around. So what they're going to do is they're going to turn around and they're going to say, this woman or this man, all depending on who the target is, they're going to turn around and say, your behavior is inappropriate in our business, and so we feel for safety reasons that it's better that you don't come back. They'll even call the security guard in, okay? Because then they will file a falsified security report. You would not believe what I know. You just would not believe it. And all of this is designed to break the target down mentally. Because do you honestly think that the target is not going to experience anger about being banned from a store that they were gang stalked in, even by the employees? Now, gang stalking is happening in businesses against fellow employees, except when it's going on in a business towards fellow employees. It's called work mobbing. Hold on a second. Alright, now look in the description of this YouTube video because my battery's low. And what I'm going to do is make one more fast video, okay, which is going to be a continuation of these statements. It's going to be a two-part video series. Please watch it. The YouTube title of this YouTube video will be learning to, at the beginning of it, that will be the date that it's uploaded. And then I'm going to be spending the next 2 weeks moving, so I'm not going to be uploading a lot of videos. And if I got any regular viewers, they might think to themselves, where's Leslie at? I'm moving. I'm going to finally just get up and move in the next 2 weeks, which means I got a lot of stuff to move, and I can only carry so much with me on each date, okay? And you would not believe what's involved in me moving, so that if I got any regular viewers, I want them to know what I'm doing. Let's see if I am assaulted, arrested, okay, or if any event transpires concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me at any hiking area, including this one, GILL ×2, I'm a woman, not a man, which is the code word for this hiking location, and the ones I'm moving to, all routes getting to the one I'm moving to, all businesses, all libraries, sidewalks, anything, assaults, threats, accusations, incidences, arrests, anything happens to me, about me, concerning me, around me, or against me, I'm predicting it right now. Look in the description of this YouTube video. Title of this YouTube video, Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Current Evidence of What is Happening to Her Gang Stalking. Along those lines. Alright, now the second video, its YouTube title will be in the description of this one eventually. Okay? And so I hope and pray that my viewers are watching what's happening to me. And I hope and pray that you watch that video. I do appreciate you listening. I really do. And I'm sorry I talk so fast sometimes. Anyways, alright, I gotta go because I want to make the next video. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start that video right now. I do appreciate you listening, and have a nice day.